When Jungkook came back downstairs, voice and laughter filled the living room, but something felt off near the center table. A few older cousin kids were standing in circle. In one of their hands, Minjun's bunny, the soft white one Jungkook had brought for him from Seoul. They were tossing it between them playfully, and in the middle of them stood Minjun, crying helplessly. My bunny, give it back, mine, he sobbed, tiny fist clenching. One boy held it above his head. It's just a toy, stop crying. Another laughed. Why is he so dramatic? Minjun shivered loudly, tears streaming down his cheek. That's when he noticed Jungkook standing near the corner balcony, watching. Their eyes met. Minjun crying didn't stop, but it shifted. Jungkook didn't move. He simply raised his eyebrows slightly, then made a tiny gesture with his hand, a subtle pull motion. Minjun blinked, looked at the boy holding his bunny, then back at Jungkook. Jungkook gave a faint nod. Minjun wiped his tears dramatically and started walking toward the boy again, still pretending to cry. The kid rolled their eyes. Here, he come again. Before the sentence could finish, Minjun grabbed a fistful of boy's hair and yanked him hard. Oh! The boy screamed, stumbling forward. Everyone froze. The boy tried to push Minjun away, but Minjun didn't stop. He beat the boy's hand, then his cheek, then his shoulder, rapid, determined, like the tiny wild coop defending his territory. Let go! The boy cried, dropping the bunny immediately. Minjun stretched his toy and stepped back, still glaring at the with teary eyes. The entire living room was silent. Adults stood up from their chairs. Aunties gasped. One uncle shook on his tea, and from the corridor balcony, Jungkook was laughing, not loudly, not but openly, arms crossed, shoulders shaking slightly in amazement. That's my son, he muttered under his breath. Then the stunned relative stared between the crying toddler boy and the tiny toddler now hugging his bunny proudly. Minjun walked back towards Jungkook with red cheeks and messy hair, as if nothing had happened. He issued him and lifted his arms. Papa. Jungkook picked him up easily, still smiling. Good job, he whispered quietly in his son's ear. Around them, the house buzzed in disbelief. No one had expected that. But Jungkook, he looked oddly proud. Jungkook knew the boy crying loudly now, his parents kneeling beside him, shaking the bite marks and shouting angrily. What kind of upbringing is this? The boy's mother snapped. Your son is violent, the father added. Minjun was still in Jungkook's arm, clutching his bunny tightly, small shells rising and falling fast. Jungkook's expression turned cold. He walked toward the boy calmly. The relative parted slightly, sensing something was about to happen. Without a word, Jungkook slapped the boy. A sharp, echoing sound filled the hall. The boy fell sideways onto the floor in shock. Gasps erupted. How dare you? The boy's mother shouted, rushing forward. Before he could even reach properly, Jungkook slapped him too hard. The man stumbled back, stunned. The mother rushed forward next. Are you insane? Another slap. She froze and on her cheek, unable to process what had just happened. The entire house was silent now. Footsteps approached. Jungkook's father stepped forward, face dark with anger. Jungkook, he barked. Jungkook turned toward him, still holding Minjun securely. His father came closer. Have you lost your mind? Jungkook had rose, but he stopped mid-air. His father stared at him, almost tearing him. Slap me too, his father said coldly. Why did you stop? You have no respect left now. You will raise your hand on me too? Jungkook's jaw tightened. Whom you disrespect, my son? He said, voice low and shaking with fury. I will slap everyone. Or maybe I will do worse. His father scoffed. Your son? Since when did you become his father? I have been. Jungkook snapped. His father turned sharp. He is not your son. He is Jungkook's son. The word hit like hammer. For a second, Jungkook grip tightened unconsciously. His voice shook. Don't. Do what? His father continued. Don't remind you of the truth. You are crossing limit for a child that isn't even yours. Minjun shifted slightly in Jungkook's arm. Then, in the middle of the suffocating silence, Papa? It was soft but clear. Minjun looked up at Jungkook with teary eyes and held his collar tighter. Papa, don't agree. Something inside Jungkook steadied. His breathing evened. His hand, which had been trembling, relaxed. As he held his son closer, he looked straight into his father. He is my son, Jungkook said firmly. Jeon Jungkook's son. The room remained silent, and everyone who makes him cry, he added, voice firm, will answer me too. Without waiting for another word, Jungkook turned and walked out of the hall, Minju staying in his arm, leaving behind a house full of stunned faces. The kitchen lights were dim compared to the noise and chaos outside. Jungkook stepped in quietly. No one was there. Tai was standing near the counter, facing the door, pretending to arrange plates that didn't need arranging. Before he could turn, two strong arms wrapped around his waist. Tai flinched sharply, a breath cog in his throat. Then he turned his head slightly and saw Jungkook. He exhaled in relief. "You scared me." But Jungkook didn't give him time to finish. He leaned down and pressed a slow kiss against Tai's neck. Warm, lingering, possessive. Tai's finger gripped the edge of the counter as the shiver ran down his spine. Jungkook, something might come. Tai whispered, voice low but shaky. Jungkook only hummed against his skin, leaving another kiss just below his ear. The noise of relative talking echoing faintly in the hall. The risk was real. Anyone could walk in. The danger only made the air between them shift. Jungkook gently turned Tai around him. For a second, they just looked at each other. Tai's lips were slightly parted, his cheeks flushed. "You shouldn't have done that," Tai murmured it through. He didn't move away. Jungkook's hands led to Tai's jaw, tilting his face up. "They made my son cry." Jungkook said quietly, "I need this." Before Tai could respond, Jungkook kissed him hard. Not soft, not careful, it wasn't gentle. Romance, it was heated, frustrated, full of everything he hadn't said out there. Tai responded almost immediately, fingers curling into Jungkook's shirt, pulling him closer. Their lips moved against each other hungrily, breath mixing, heartbeat racing. The kitchen suddenly felt too small, too exposed. A plate clicked faintly somewhere outside, making Tai stifle slightly. "Jungkook," he breathed against his lip. "If someone says, let them." Jungkook murmured, his voice soft and still. He didn't go further. Instead, he rested his forehead against Tai's. Both of them breathing heavily, yet neither stepped away immediately. The kitchen door cracked open. Tai's eyes widened instantly. Without thinking, he shoved Jungkook down. Jungkook landed softly on the floor beside the counter just as one hand stepped in, followed by the two more. "Ah, you are here?" the first one said. "We need more snacks outside." Grabbed the handle and started stirring the pot hurriedly, trying to look normal while his heart pounded wildly. "Yes, I was making them," he replied, voice slightly breathless. On the floor, Jungkook stays low, hidden behind the counter from the aunties. Line outside, he looked up and then mischievous spark returned in his eyes. Tai was wearing the loose shirt again, and from Jungkook's ankle, the hem had risen up, exposing his waist clearly. Jungkook swallowed. The aunties moved closer to the counter, chattering, at most salt this time, and said, "Yes, last batch was the little band." Tai nodded quickly. "Of course." Below, a hand slid forward, warm, wrapped around his waist. Tai nearly jumped out of his skin. He forced himself not to react. One auntie narrowed her eyes. "Why are you shaking?" "Hot oil splashed." Tai leaned quickly. Jungkook smirked slightly from the floor. Then he leaned forward and pressed a slow kiss against Tai's exposed waist. Tai gasped. It came out louder than he expected. All three of aunties stopped talking. "What happened?" one asked sharply. Tai gripped the counter tightly. "Nothing, just him." Jungkook's shoulders shook with silent laughter. Then, as if he had no intention of behaving, he trailed his lips lightly along the side of Tai's waist again. Tai's breath broke mid-sentence. "So, how is Minju now?" an auntie asked. "He is fine," Tai answered, words stumbling. He got his toy back." Below, Jungkook's fingers slowly traced along his side, sliding slightly upward under the fabric. Tai tried to subtly smack his hand without looking down. Jungkook cocked his wrist gently, still unseen, and then the lightly bite on Tai's wrist. Tai let out a strangled noise and quickly covered his mouth. A cough. "Ash, the smoke," he said dramatically, waving his hand in front of the faces. The aunties looked around confused. "There's no smoke." Jungkook looked far too pleased with himself. He reached his forehead briefly against Tai's side, still sitting on the floor, completely hidden while causing absolute chaos. One auntie stepped closer. "Why are you sweating so much?" Tai forced a stiff smile. "Kitchen, very warm today." Below, Jungkook's hand slid again, teasing. Tai stared at the pot aggressively now, trying to keep control. "Bring the snacks quickly." Another auntie said, kids start waiting. Yes, yes, I will. The answer said quickly. Under the counter, Shankuk pressed one last slow kiss on his waist below before finally leaning back slightly. Ty's legs felt weak. The aunties kept chattering, completely unaware, and Jungkook still seated on the floor counter like a troublemaker hiding from dishes, looked entirely satisfied. The aunties finally picked up the trays Thai handed them. Come quick after this, one of them said. Guests are asking for you. Yes, I will be there, Thai replied, trying to keep his voice steady. The moment they walked out of the kitchen, doors swung shut, silence. Thai exhaled heavily. Before he could even turn, two hands grabbed his waist again. Shankuk rose from the floor slowly, still close, still shamelessly amused. You are insane. Thai whispered, finally turning around. Shankuk leaned back against the counter casually. You pushed me down because you were standing like a criminal in plain sight. Thai shot back. Shankuk tilted his head slightly. And eight, you didn't tell them? Thai's cheeks flushed. What was I supposed to say? Oh, he is hiding on the floor biting me? Jungkook chuckled softly. He stepped closer again, but this time slower, less reckless. His fingers gently adjusted his thigh shirt properly, covering his waist. You were shaking, Jungkook murmured. You were causing it, Thai replied under his breath. Jungkook's expression softened a little. The teasing glint faded into something deeper. You handled it damn well, he said quietly. Out there, and now just. Thai looked at him carefully. You shouldn't lose control like that in front of everyone. Shukuk shot at him slightly. The hurt mentioned. I know, Thai said gently. But slapping everyone won't fix everything. For a moment, Jungkook didn't respond. Then he sighed softly. He called me Papa. He said quietly, almost to himself. Thai's expression changed. I heard. Jungkook looked at him. When my father said that, for a second I felt like he stopped. Thai stepped closer now. You don't need to anyone's approval, Thai said firmly. He shows you, that's enough. Jungkook reached up and cupid Thai's face gently in his time, noticing hidden mischief. Just warm. I will protect both of you, he said. Thai held his wrist softly. Protect us, but don't destroy yourself in the process. A faint smile appeared on Jungkook's lips. Footsteps echoed faintly from outside again. Relatives returning. Thai stepped back slightly. We should go before someone come looking. Jungkook nodded. Before opening the door, he leaned in and pressed one last kiss against Thai's forehead, calm, grounding. Then he opened the kitchen door and together they walked back into the noises. This time, standing side by side. The next morning felt peaceful. Sunlight fell across the garden, birds chirping softly. Minju ran across the grass with his bunny in hand, laughing as Jungkook chased him slowly. Tai sat on the garden bench, smiling at the sight. Papa, catch me, Minjun squealed. I'm coming. Jungkook laughed, pretending to run slower to Minjun could escape. For a brief moment it felt normal, happy, but peace is not. That house never lasted long. A few relatives had gathered near the tea table under the tree. At first, they whispered. Then their voices became louder, too loud. One aunt leaned forward to another and said, deliberately, some people move on very fast. Another sighed dramatically. His husband just passed away not long ago and look at him. Thai smile faltered slightly. A third relative added, laughing in the garden like nothing happened. It doesn't look good, someone else said. A widow should at least show some dignity. Jungkook's playful expression faded. Minjun slowed down, ceasing the shift. One uncle cleared his throat. Poor Jungkook. His memory hasn't even settled. And Tai is already smiling. The first aunt finished. Tai's hand clenched on his lap. I heard another voice continued. That Jungkook spent all this time here now? Of course he does, someone muttered. Why should a man be so involved with another man's child? A sharp silence fell between Jungkook and Minjun. Jungkook stood up slowly. Say it properly, he said coldly. The relative shifted uncomfortably but didn't stop. We are just saying that everyone is thinking. An aunt replied, there should be some respect for the dead. Tai finally stood up. Please stop, he said quietly. Her husband died, one woman said bluntly. At least pretend to mourn longer. Or is it easier to forget when someone else is already here? Another added, glancing at Jungkook. Minjun moved closer to Tai, clutching his leg. Tai's breathing came uneven. You don't know anything, Jungkook snapped, but Tai gently held his arm. Don't. Tai whispered. An older relative shook her head. We are only worried about reputation. People are talking. Tai's voice trembled. People always talk. You should behave accordingly. And uncle said, Where boy? Stay inside more. Stop smiling like this. What was it? Tai's eyes filled with tears. He tried to blink them away, but one fell, then another. I smiled. Tai said, breaking because my son was laughing. No one responded. The silence felt suffocating. You think I don't miss him? Tai whispered. You think I don't remember every single day? His chest rose sharply as he tried to hold himself together. You only see me smiling for 5 minutes, he said, tears falling freely now. You don't see the night. The relatives looked away slightly, but the damage was done. Tai covered his mouth as the sob left. Then suddenly he turned it to run, said straight into his house. Minjun started crying too. Mama! Jungkook stood frozen for half a second, then his expression darkened completely. He looked at the gathered relatives. If any of you, he said quietly but dangerously, ever speak about him like that again, he didn't finish the sentence. He didn't need to. He picked Minjun up in his arm and walked inside, leaving the relatives in an uncomfortable silence under the bright morning sun. Jungkook rushed inside, Minjun still in his arm. He found Tai in the room, sitting on the edge of the bed, shoulder shaking, face buried in his hand. Minjun screamed down and ran to him first. Mama, he called softly. Tai quickly wiped his tears. But it was useless. More kept falling. Jungkook stepped closer. Tai, look at me. Tai shook his head. They are right, he whispered brokenly. My husband died. I shouldn't be laughing like that. I shouldn't be smiling in the garden like nothing happened. Jungkook's jaw tightened. Nothing happened. He repeated softly. You survived it. That happened. Tai looked up at him, eyes dead. People expect something from me. I don't care what people expect, Jungkook said firmly. You don't owe a damn word. A permanent funeral? Minjun climbed onto the bed and kept Tai's cheek with his tiny hand. Mama, don't cry, he said, voice trembling but serious. Tai's lip quivered. I'm sorry, baby. Jungkook knelt in front of Tai. Listen to me, he said gently but firmly. You are not alone. You have me. You have Minjun. You can't drown yourself in memories just because others think you should. Tai's voice cracked. But isn't it wrong to smile, to feel something again? It's human, Jungkook replied. You have the right to love, the right to breathe, the right to be happy again. Minjun nodded, even though he didn't understand everything. Yes, Mama smiles, pretty, he said. Tai let out a soft, broken laugh through tears. Jungkook continued, care now. Crib doesn't mean you stop living. Missing someone doesn't mean you punish yourself. Tai looked down at Minjun. But Papa, what about him? Minjun dented his head innocently. Other Papa in sky? Tai nodded slowly. Minjun thought for a second, then said in the small voice, Sky Papa not angry. Sky Papa want Mama happy. The room fell silence. Tears slowed. Minjun knows his other Papa is in sky because those boys continuously telling him about his father being in the sky. Minjun continued, trying hard to explain his little verse. If Mama cry always, Sky Papa sad. If Mama smile, Sky Papa smile too. Jungkook felt his throat tighten. Tai let out a shaky breath. Minjun leaned forward and hugged him tightly. Mama, mine. Papa, mine. We three. Tai wrapped his arm around Minjun instantly, holding him close like he was the only ensure, keeping him steady. Jungkook moved closer too. Minjun suddenly looked up at Jungkook and said seriously, You know fight everyone. Stay with us. Jungkook gave a small smile. Okay. Then Minjun pretended his little arm fight. Family hug? Tai laughed softly through his tears. Jungkook leaned forward, wrapping both arms around them. The three of them stayed like that, close, breathing together, and for the first time since morning, Tai smiled. The wedding was finally over. Guests had left one by one. The loud music was gone. The decorations still simmered under the soft light, but the venue felt empty now, quiet and peaceful. Tai was standing near the stage, looking at the leftover flowers and scattered petals. A small tired smile on his face. Suddenly, a hand grabbed his wrist. Before he could react, Jungkook pulled him up onto the stage. Jungkook, Tai laughed. What are you doing? Jungkook walked him to the center where the stage was still decorated beautifully. No witness, Jungkook said dramatically. Perfect timing. Tai crossed his arms amused. We have officially lost it. Jungkook straightened his jacket like a groom. Stand properly, he instructed. Tai burst into laughter but played along, standing opposite him. Jungkook cleared his throat seriously. Jeon-tang, he began, trying not to smile. Do you accept me as your extremely handsome, fairy rich, slightly dangerous husband? Tai laughed loudly. Slightly? Jungkook ignored him. I promise to protect you from gossiping aunties, annoying relatives, and life nonsense. Tai laughed softened into a warm smile. Jungkook lifted Tai's hand gently and slowly slid an invisible ring into his finger. There, Jungkook whispered, now you're officially stuck with me. Tai shook his head slightly, smiling brightly. Fine, Tai replied, playing along. John Jungkook, do you accept me? Dramatic, stubborn, and sometimes emotional as your husband? I do. Jungkook answered immediately. Tai mimicked him and slid a ring into Jungkook's finger. They both laughed. Then Jungkook took a step closer and raised his voice gently, as if addressing a crowd. Now he announced proudly, I declare us both husbands. Tai covered his mouth, laughing. Tai's crackled. You are unbelievable, he said, smiling. Jungkook's expression softened. Then comes the most important part, he said quietly. Tai's laughter faded into something softer. You are serious? Tai asked though he was smiling. Jungkook did not answer. He just cupid Tai's face gently and leaned in. The kiss wasn't a shade. It wasn't teasing. It was warm, affectionate, intentional. Under the wedding light that were meant for them, they kissed. And for the moment, the world felt like it belonged only to them. But a sharp gasp cut through the silence. What are you doing? A loud voice shrieked. They broke apart instantly. One of the aunties stood at the entrance of the hall. Hand covered her mouth in shock. Her scream echoed. Within a second, a few remaining relatives rushed back inside. What happened? Why are you shouting? And then they saw Jungkook and Tai standing close on the stage. Too close. The moment started immediately. The hall exploded. This is wrong. One aunt screamed, her voice echoing sharply through the empty venue. You two can't be together. Another shouted, and uncle stepped forward angrily. Jungkook, have you lost completely? You mind? Tai's finger trembled in Jungkook's grip. The first aunt pointed at them with shaking hand. He is your brother's husband. Jungkook was your brother, she cried hypnotically. What would you think if you saw this? Another relative began crying dramatically. This is a scene, a betrayal. Jungkook's jaw tightened. He tried to pull his hand away. Jungkook, let go. But Jungkook held tighter. Just because your brother died, the uncle continued angrily. Doesn't mean you can take his place. Doesn't mean you can take his husband. It looked like you were waiting. Someone accused loudly. That's disgusting. Another voice shouted. Tai's breath became uneven. That's not true. Tai finally cried out, tears falling his eyes. Don't say that. The aunt laughed bitterly. Then what is this? A coincidence? You were craving yesterday and marrying his brother today? We are not marrying, Tai shouted back, his voice breaking. I was just what? She leaned over him. Playing wedding on the stage? Another relative turned to Tai directly. Have you no shame? Your husband's breath hasn't even cooled in our heart. Tai's tears flowed freely now. I loved him. And Tai sobbed. I still do. Then how can you stand there like this? The uncle roared. Jungkook finally stepped forward, voice thunderous. Enough. The hall went silent for half a second. But the aunt wasn't done. You are his brother, Jungkook, his own blood, and you think this is acceptable? Jungkook's voice shook, not with fear but with fury. Do not question my love for my brother. Then prove it. She shot back. Leave him alone. That's not your decision. Jungkook yelled. Another woman cried loudly, covering her ears. This house is cursed. First, the elder son died. Now, the younger one disowned his memory. Tai broke down completely. I didn't plan this, he cried. I didn't wake up wanting this. You could have stopped it, someone accused. You could have stayed loyal. I was loyal. Tai screamed, his voice cracking painfully. I stayed when he was sick. I held him when he couldn't breathe. I watched him die. The room fell silent at that. Tai's body shook with sob. Don't you dare to say, I forgot him, he whispered brokenly. The first aunt wiped her tears dramatically. Even if you didn't forget, this is still wrong. Jungkook is Jeonguk's brother. Blood doesn't change. Jungkook stepped forward in front of Tai protectively. What do you want? He demanded. For him to stay alone forever? To wear white and cry until he dies too? Yes, one voice shouted impulsively. That old dignity. The word stunned even some of the relatives. Jungkook's eyes darkened dangerously. You want him to suffer, so you feel uncomfortable? He said softly. It's about respect, the uncle argued. It's about control. Jungkook snapped back. Another aunt pointed accusingly. People will say you stole your brother's husband. Jungkook's voice rose. He is not an object to steal. He belonged to Jeonguk, she shouted. Tai flinched as if slapped. Jungkook roared. He is not property. The shouting overlapped. This cannot happen. We won't accept it. Think of your brother. What kind of example is this for the child? Tai covered his ears, overwhelmed. Stop it, he cried. But the noises only grew louder. One relative sobbed loudly. Jeonguk trusted you, Jungkook. Jungkook's expression broke for the first time. Don't use him against me, he said hoarsely. The uncle stepped forward, pointing a finger. If you truly loved your brother, you would never touch what was his. Jungkook's control snapped. I am not replacing him, he shouted. And he is not what was his. As of filling the hall. You think my brother would want him miserable? Jungkook continued, voice cracking now. You think he would want his son to grow up in a house full of silence and shame? The hall trembled with the intensity of voices. It's still wrong, the aunt cried stubbornly. Wrong. Jungkook turned to Tai. Tai was shaking, eyes red, tears unstoppable. The relatives were still murmuring, still judging, and the storm in the hall hadn't settled at all. The shouting hadn't truly died down. Voice still overlapped. This can't happen. Think about your brother. You are destroying this family. Tai stood in the middle of all, shaking. Jungkook turned to him. Everything is faded for a moment. Tai, he said firmly. Tai looked in up, eyes solemn with tears. Jungkook stepped closer, ignoring the relatives still muttering behind them. Look at me, he said softly. Tai trembled, but he made his guess. Jungkook didn't raise his voice this time. He didn't argue. He didn't defeat. He just asked, do you love me? The hall went quiet again, some sobbed, some gasped, but Jungkook didn't look at anyone else, only Tai. Tai's breath itched, tears rolling down his cheek again. For a second, fear flickered in his eyes. Then he nodded, slowly but clearly. Yes, he whispered. The word was small, but it carried everything. Jungkook swallowed. And I love you, he said, voice steady despite the storm around them. A relative snapped. This is madness. Jungkook didn't even glance at them. That's enough, he said quietly. He reached for Tai's hand again. This is enough for me. And uncle shouted, if you walk out now, don't come back. Jungkook finally turned toward them. His expression wasn't furious anymore. It was calm, resolved. Then don't open the door for us, he replied. Gasp, crying. Angry murmurs. You will regret this. You are about your own blood? No, Jungkook corrected. I am choosing my family. At that exact moment, Minjun came running in front of the side hallway, confused by the noises. Papa, he called softly. Jungkook bent down and picked him up onto his arm. Minjun clung to his neck. Tai stepped closer. Jungkook looked at the crowd one last time. You can keep the house, he said. Keep the name, keep the reputation. His grip on Tai's hand tightened, but I am keeping them. The arm burst into tears again. Jungkook will never forgive you. Jungkook's eyes flickered for a split second, then he answered it quietly. I think he would. No one had a reply to that. Without another word, Jungkook turned it. 2 years later, Seoul. Inside the tall glass building in Gangnam Exclusive, sat safely around the long conference table. At the head of it, John Jungkook, still the CEO, still sharp, still intimidating. Delay the lunch by the 2 weeks, he said calmly, flipping through the reports. If it's not perfect, it doesn't go out. One of the directors hesitated, but the investors will wait. Jungkook cut in smoothly because we delivered this. Silence. No one argued. 2 years had made him colder in business, stronger, more feared. His phone buzzed softly on the table. A message from Thai, a photo. Minjun covered in flour, grinning proudly. Caption: He said he is making protein cookies for CEO Papa. The corner of Jungkook's lips lifted slightly. The board member noticed it, but no one dared to comment. Meeting adjourned, he said, standing. And just like that, the powerful CEO walked out, already softer. Already someone is across the city. Music echoed inside the bright studio. Mirror landed on the wall. Young dancers practicing in sync at the front, confident and graceful. Again, he said gently, feel the music, don't fight it. He moved it effortlessly. The name on the glass door read Vita Dance Academy. His dream. Wasn't hiding anymore, wasn't shrinking. He wore colors again. He laughed loudly again. When class ended, small footsteps ran across the wooden floor. Mama, Minjun burst inside, backpack bouncing. That turned it instantly, smiling fat. You finished school? Yes. And I told teacher my mama is the best dancer in this world. Tai gasped dramatically. Only the word? Minjun giggled. Jungkook appeared behind him, still in his terrorist suit. Tai slightly loosened now. The contract between CEO and father was obvious. Minjun ran to him next. Papa, I made cookies. Jungkook crouched and lifted him easily. Are they edible this time? Yes. Minjun protested. Tai walked closer, wiping sweat from his neck. Jungkook's eyes softened when he looked at him. You didn't eat lunch? Jungkook said quietly. Tai rolled his eyes. You sound like an old man. And you forgot to eat like a teenager? Minjun looked between them seriously. You both need supervision. They laughed. Later that night, the three of them sat on the balcony of their house overlooking city lights. Minjun sat between them, half asleep. Tai rested his head slightly on Jungkook's shoulder. Busy day? Tai asked. Always. Jungkook replied, What it? Tai glanced at him. Do you ever miss it? Miss what? The old house, the old life? Jungkook looked at city, stretching endlessly. Before them, then at the studio bag near the door, then at Minjun's tiny hand curled. No, he answered it honestly. Minjun stared sleepily. Papa, when I grow up, I be boss like you. Jungkook smirked, dangerous choice. Minjun turned slightly toward them. Or dancer like Mama? Tai smiled softly. You can be both. Minjun thought for a second, then mumbled half asleep. I be happy. Silence settled, peaceful. Jungkook looked at Tai. Tai looked back. 2 years ago, they had walked away from everything. Now, they had built something stronger. Jungkook kissed Tai's temple softly, and below them,